Hey guys, so today on Real Talk with Stef, I wanted to talk about fat loss. How many of us out there have tried to lose X amount of weight and can't seem to get a grip on achieving that goal? You feel like you're doing everything possible that you know of, that you have been advised to do, and nothing's working. And then you've got someone you know or you see or you're watching and they are on the same journey as you, but they seem like that they're achieving those goals, that they're doing it effortlessly, that they're able to eat what they want and still achieve those goals, and you feel like you smell hot chips and your plan goes out of control and you put on weight or you don't lose any weight. So I wanted to give you a few tips on maybe reasons why you're finding it hard or why you're not achieving those goals yet, to stop that loop of just it's not happening and you getting frustrated. It can be quite exhausting, and I'm sure we can all vouch for you. Go, well, whatever, I don't care. And honestly, you do care because you wouldn't be trying to achieve that goal. But it can get really tiring and quite disheartening when you feel like you're doing everything. But I suppose it comes down to the fact that, are you really doing everything possible? And that's not a jab at anybody. That might just be that you feel like you are, but you don't have the right information. So that's what I'm going to help you with today. I'm going to give you a few tips on ways to achieve that fat loss that you may have overthinked or not sort of put too much effort into. Now, tip number one is calories in versus calories out. Simply put, you're eating too much. If you are eating in a calorie surplus, so up high, you're not going to achieve those goals. So you need to look at what you're eating and eat in a calorie deficit. So meaning you need to eat less calories than what you would be burning. This can be really put simply in the sense that track on a meal plan. Write down what you're eating every day, or track your calories in. There's so many apps out there that you can use. And that would be the first thing. So you need to make sure that the calories in, as in what you're eating, versus your calories out that you're burning, is not over. So tip number two would be, you could possibly be binge eating. And this doesn't just come to junk food. This comes to eating healthy foods, but in high consumption. So we are so fixated that, things like nuts and cheese are really good for us, which they are, but in small increments. So, a handful of nuts is actually like a lot of calories, if you've ever done the math. So what we want to make sure is that you're not grabbing food in excess, because again, that's going to be your calories in, which is going to be over consuming. Obviously binge eating as well, junk food. So we want to sort of limit that, and that's also going to help. Number three is you're not exercising enough. Saying that you exercise 4 times a week and turning up to a training session and just putting in a half-assed effort is not exercising enough, okay? You need to turn up to training, put 110% into your training, get a sweat up, get your heart rate up so that you are burning those calories, okay? I can't tell you, that you're training enough or not enough. If you can hold a conversation while training, you're not training to your best ability. That's not a bad thing, and like everyone trains for different reasons, but if your goal is fat loss, you need to put in those hard yards at training. That's going up in weight in movements, exercises, pushing harder on your cardio-based movements. All those sort of things are going to benefit your goal of fat loss. Number 4 is that you might be on a really good meal plan, or you've written out exactly what you're eating, you've planned all your food and all that, but it could be too strict, meaning that if you're too strict on what you're eating throughout the week, when it comes to the weekend, this is where we go back to tip number 2, and you feel like you have like done so well, and you're so exhausted, and all you want is to eat this certain food, so you grab it and you binge eat because you're like, oh, I'm not going to be able to eat it throughout the week because I'm on a strict meal plan. That's just sort of a cycle, like the hamster on the wheel sort of effect, and it's not going to get you anywhere. Rather than being so strict on your food throughout the week and then ruining it all on the weekend, because you're just going to sort of, not get anywhere, how about providing yourself with a meal plan that includes those foods that you do enjoy, but still in a calorie deficit? There's so many ways that we can do that. At High Reps, we do help a lot of our members with specialized meal plans so that they can achieve their goals without restricting specific foods, so that they still enjoy everyday today eating. So that would be tip number 4. Now, if you enjoy your alcohol, then I would suggest stop watching now. But alcohol and a fat loss goal don't always go hand in hand. I'm not saying you can't drink, but I'm wanting you to make sure that you realize that drinking alcohol is going to affect those fat loss goals. I've spoken about this before in other videos, but alcohol is a high calorie drink, and you drinking your calories is just the same as you eating your calories, but you're not getting satisfied and you're not feeling full. So if you're looking at a fat loss goal, you need to limit your alcohol. I hope I still have people watching, but that is just one thing that you need to take into consideration, that if you are eating really healthy through the week, you're training really hard, but then when it comes to the weekend, you're drinking in excess alcohol, you're just going to be exactly where you were the previous week, if not higher, on your fat. So take that into account when you are thinking of wanting to reduce your fat in regards to a fat loss goal. But alcohol is just not going to be a game changer, in the sense that if you're drinking and still trying to lose weight and you can't figure out why, maybe have a look at your alcohol consumption. But they would be a few tips in regards to if you're trying to reduce your fat, you've got a fat loss goal that you're wanting to achieve, and you're not just there yet, maybe have a look at those few things that I've spoken about today and see if you can change a few things in your day-to-day diet to help assist with that. As mentioned, also, we do provide our members with some nutrition guidance and plans. So if you're looking to take that extra step and you want to achieve your goals, that is what we're here for. So reach out. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed that. That was Real Talk with Stef, and today we were talking about fat loss and ways to achieve that. Thanks.